god. No. He's so flat.
No, but his face still looks like him, so it's okay.
How are you feeling?
I was feeling...
He has no legs.
Yeah. Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. My camera is crooked, but it is what it is today. Before we get started, if you haven't already, please do give me a like and a subscribe. Comment down below how you found me, and let's get started. So I made a video on TikTok probably a month ago now talking about Big Bear. This is Big Bear. He's my teddy bear I've had for most of my life, and I sleep with him every night because, you know, we just all have our comforts. And Big Bear is probably 26 years old and he is floppy. And everyone, like every other comment on that video, was tagging some sort of stuffed animal fixing guru that should fix my teddy bear. So obviously I've heard your cries. Big Bear is going to get a makeover. So I decided I would document that because it's the first time I'm doing anything like this. Big Bear is definitely in not great shape. All of his fluff has kind of migrated down to his butt, which like has it for all of us. So he's kind of empty up here. Both of his legs are coming off, at least partially, and obviously he's very matted. He's gone through the wash a few times in his life, which is just matted down his fur. So in this video, I'm going to dismember him and take all of his stuffing out and soak him, get him all washed up, and then restuff him, fix his holes, fix where he's run into some problems, and then see what he looks like at the end. So let's get started.
The way you're sleeping on my shoulder, dancing in a dream, it feels like getting older, ain't as scary as it seems.
Okay, so first thing to do was to take Big Bear apart completely. I started with his legs because they were half fallen off already. And that's also where the only seam on his torso was the seam also holding his legs to his body. So I cut those off and then just started to rip the nearly 30-year-old stuffing out of him.
Goodbye to the lonely. The pleasure was mine to meet. I've never
Not gonna lie, seeing the backside of his eyeball was slightly traumatic, but we got through it, and I've repressed those memories.
It feels like getting older, ain't as scary as it seems. When you're sleeping on my shoulder, dancing in a dream.
We're back in the kitchen. You can see the bowl that I'm gonna soak Big Bear in right there. So he is dismembered. It's a leg, and the rest of him. Honestly, it really freaked me out until I inside outed him, right side outed him, and he still, like, obviously he's concave, but he still looks like him. So if that made me feel better, if we're just gonna go into weird psychology of teddy bears. So the next step is to soak him. Okay, so TikTok recommended I use borax, laundry soda, or like washing soda, and then just regular detergent. So that's what I'm going to do. I was thinking I would use that bowl that was over there, but then I just tested him in it and it's not big enough. So I'm gonna clean out the kitchen sink and just do him in that, because there's not a sink in our laundry room, which is where I would prefer to do this. But when we move into our new house, I think we are going to get a sink in our laundry room, I hope. That's off topic. So I'm gonna clean out the sink and then move you guys over there so you can see what I'm doing. Real quick, before Big Bear goes for his bath, So I detached his legs because they were half off anyways, and they were sewn shut here, so it was the only way to get the stuffing out. But because of that, there's a seam. I hope this will focus correctly. So this was inside of his body for 26 odd years, 31, because his tag says 1990. So I don't know if he was designed in 1990 and then manufactured later, or if he was manufactured in 1990 and then didn't get purchased until 93, 94, when my grandmother gave it to me. Not important. Anyways, you can see this was the fur, like what his fur looks like before, because it's been protected by being inside of his body. And then this is the matted gray that he currently is. So I'm not expecting it to get back to this, because that would be insane. But I'm kind of interested. It's like we have like a little test subject to see what it'll look like when it's done.
Selling something sweet. Goodbye to the lonely. The pleasure was mine to meet. And I've never been so sure I've settled in.
Okay, so we're an hour in. The water is truly disgusting. You can kind of see it when I like move him over how dirty it is. So I am going to rinse this, rinse him, drain it obviously, and then refill it, and basically just keep soaking him until the water, I soak him and the water is clear, or you know, doesn't look like this.
It's like getting older.
It's day 2. Sorry about the background noise. My dishwasher is running. But here's Big Bear. So he got 2 soaks yesterday and has been drying overnight inside because it's so humid outside. He would never dry on the drying rack, even in the laundry room, because it's not fully insulated. So he's been drying overnight. He's still pretty wet. I think going to at least have to wait a 3rd day till he's fully dry, and then he will still need to be brushed and sewn back together and stuffed. Not in that order, actually in the exact opposite order. But yeah, that's where we are now. Okay, it's now Wednesday. I'm sitting on the floor because we had to dry actual clothes, so Big Bear has been relegated to the bottom rung. He's still pretty wet. Actually, his top half has dried quite a bit, except for his ears, and his legs are weirdly still very wet, so continuing to wait.
There's no turning back now.
Okay, it is now day 4 of Big Bear. He's actually almost dry, like very, very nearly dry. It's about midday. I'm about to go into work, so I can't do anything with him today, but I think that I should be able to at least stuff him and get brushing tomorrow. So I'm very excited.
It feels like getting older, ain't as scary as it seems. When you're sleeping.
That'll work. Hey friends, so it is now Sunday. I can't remember the last time I gave an update on Big Bear. My week has completely fell to shit. But he is finally dried and in 3 pieces still. It is gorgeous out, so I'm sitting outside. It's finally spring, so I'm going to sit outside. I'm going to stuff him. I got silky polyfill. It was actually on sale at Joann's, and I think I have enough. The package says I have enough, so I think I'm okay. Anyways, so I'm going to stuff him and then sew him back together. I've decided to use embroidery floss to sew him back together in the same color as his body, because I think it'll last a little bit longer. Since there's really only 1 seam where he needs to be sewn, I don't think it'll be a huge issue. I did buy 2 brushes to brush him out. They're actually cleaning brushes that I bought at the hardware store, but they're similar to the ones that were suggested by multiple people on TikTok, so I think they'll work. One has these nylon bristles, and then these are steel bristles, and I believe the steel is actually what's recommended for him to fluff him up. So yeah, I think I'm gonna grab a sweater because it's still a little bit chilly, and then I'm going to get started.
Sleeping on my shoulder, dancing in a dream. It feels like getting older, ain't scary as it seems. When you're sleeping on my shoulder, dancing in a dream. It feels like getting older. feels like getting older. With you is what I need.
Okay, so Big Bear is all sewn up. He looks pretty much the same as he did when I started this project, except he's still floppy. Like, he's a floppy teddy bear. That's what he is. But he feels good, huggable, still matted and crunchy, so that's the next step. Pause for cars. So I have these two brushes. I can't remember which one was the one that was recommended for long fur, which is what Big Bear has. So I'm gonna do little test brushes on his foot to decide which one I want to use. Pausing for birds is much better than pausing for cars. So I'm just gonna get started. I'm gonna work up. I think that makes sense. It's what you do with hair, so he has hair. Yeah, we're gonna get going.
I've never been so sure of anything.
Okay, Janie called, but she's buying me burgers, but it's fine. She interrupted immediately. But before I tell her what burger I want, he's so soft. Like, it's insane how soft he used to be compared. Like, his little foot right here, where I just started brushing, is just this little square. Holy shit. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna keep working.
Older. With you is what I need. Going somewhere slowly, selling something sweet.
So he is all done. I don't know if you can tell the difference. I did put some before and after videos, but I don't know, like, he's so different. He's so soft compared to before. I think I probably spent about 3 hours brushing. I could have brushed for another 3 hours and not gotten all the mats out, but considering he's 27 years old, I think this is pretty darn good. He is softer than he's ever been. I'm very pleased with it. I hope this was a fun video for you all. If you enjoyed yourself, please do give me a like and a subscribe. I upload every Wednesday and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you all and have a lovely day. Bye.
The way you're sleeping on my shoulder.